nice bottle of Vino. We all have our favorite wines, our go-tos, but it's time to explore and maybe find a new favorite. Our wine expert, Kirk Peterson, is joining us in studio to help us get out of our comfort zone. Thank you so much for this, Kirk, because, you know, sometimes I just go to the same one each time. It's tried and true.
It's easy to get stuck in a rut. I mean, certainly. Yeah. Wine is, well, oftentimes listed in a foreign language, and also it can be a pretty significant investment sometimes. So in terms of being adventurous, people tend to fall into the same rut sometimes.
But this is the perfect time to be adventurous because it's Valentine's Day and you want to make it a little bit more special. So we're doing a fun swapping game today, right?
Yes. So while generally speaking, particularly in the United States, there's probably about 10 grapes that we're all familiar with, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Merlot, Zinfandel, etc. There's thousands of grapes out there. And so really it's more important to think of them as sort of like stylistic categories, genres.
Genres. Okay, so if we like the genre of Sauvignon Blanc, we like a white wine, what could we try instead that we may like?
So if you're a fan of Sauvignon Blanc, which is typically a polarizing varietal, people either really love it or really hate it, Zinfandel, California, wherever you're drinking it from, it's a crisp, lean white wine that's very highly aromatic, kind of has a herbaceous aspect to it.
Yeah, I like them.
Vermentino, I think, is an excellent analog. It's a little bit more restrained, perhaps a bit better behaved than Sauvignon Blanc can be at times.
So Vermentino.
Vermentino.
Okay.
Grape that comes from both Sardinia and Tuscany in Italy, but it's grown in southern France. It's even grown in Dry Creek Valley in Sonoma.
Oh, very cool. Okay, now next on the list we have a Pinot Noir swap, right?
Exactly. If you're a fan of Pinot Noir, you tend to prefer a wine that will be lighter in color, but also lighter in like structurally, so the tannin's going to be a little bit lower, a bit more food versatility, and also a lot of aromatic punch. It should just jump out of the glass.
Yeah, I think Pinot Noir was the first red that I liked. It was like my introductory red.
When people choose to argue, it ends up being at the top of the list of the greatest grapes in the world.
Okay, so you have a
This is Nerello Muscalese.
Nerello Muscalese.
Which might be hard to remember. So just remember that this is from the volcano in Sicily.
Okay, volcano in Sicily. That's perfect. Okay, and you have a little sample of this one, right?
Of course.
Oh, it smells great.
Right?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. That's good. I like that. Okay.
Light, supple.
That is very light. Okay, now we have, what's next, a Zinfandel swap?
This is our Zinfandel swap. So this is a wine that basically falls in the middle of the progression from Valpolicella to, some people may be familiar with Amarone della Valpolicella.
Okay.
What makes this style of wine important and such a great analog for Zinfandel is that Zinfandel has a tendency to ripen unevenly. So you kind of have some tart berry fruit with some like overripe berry fruit. It's that tension that kind of makes it compelling. In this case, they've manufactured that by drying some of the grapes partially. Okay,
and this one, again, is called?
Valpolicella.
Valpolicella, and very lastly, we have a Cab swap.
So for Cabernet fans typically want a powerful, assertive wine, something with a lot of density, something that's very structurally sound, can stand up to a big steak, whatever it may be. In this case, there are a lot of wines that will fill that category because, you know, steak's pretty popular around the world. This is a Sagrantino de Montefalco.
Sagrantino. Okay, there you have it, you guys. These 4 very popular wines. Some easy swaps to do to make your Valentine's Day date extra special. Thanks so much, Kirk.
Thank you for having me.
Always fun and informative.